No guidance or advice yet from Wye Valley and Hereford, but I guess a similar piece of advice will be suggested. We'll see. Away from that, the Law Commission for England and Wales proposing reforms to better protect the victims of abusive behaviour online. It is recommending that cyber flashing, which is sending explicit pictures, should be classed as a sexual offence. Abusive emails, social media posts, and WhatsApp messages criminalised if they're likely to cause harm, as would communications sender knows to be false, such as promoting fake cures for illnesses. Yaya Cohen is from the Internet Law Centre. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, I thought this whole thing that I've just mentioned, that falls under the umbrella of trolling, does it? Or is that too simplistic?
Yes, it does, and it does not, because trolling is a form that we use almost informally, and it could mean all sorts of different things. But I tell you something, Andrew, I'm absolutely delighted with this proposition, because I think there will be tens of thousands of people, individuals across the country, men, women, children, who will be absolutely delighted to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Let me give you just an example of how important this law is going to be. I spoke to a lady only earlier this week. Stupidly, she sent a couple of nude images to a man. And what this man, she didn't know about him, that he was part of a group that was, the entire purpose in life was what we call pile-on harassment, another thing that is going to become outlawed, where he went and sent those images, uploaded them to websites. They specialize in harassing people. And the users of that website latched on the images. They did all sorts of research, found everything they possibly could about this woman, about her children, about her husband, about her business, about her place of work, put all this information together and completely destroyed her life.
Isn't the problem there? I mean, there's one thing. There's a whole discussion, I guess, a whole topic on the rights and wrongs of sending nude images. But there is a situation, isn't there, where you are perhaps in a relationship, and that is a behaviour which you enjoy at a time, and then that relationship finishes, and then the bad stuff happens. It's very hard to mitigate against that, isn't it?
Well, it is almost impossible to mitigate when you have websites that the sole purpose is to create this harassment, and there are people who sit there and enjoy harassing individuals, completely destroying their lives. Now, up until today, there's been nothing a woman such as the one I spoke to earlier this week could have done. And now there is going to be a law that says if you are going to take part in a pile-on harassment, just joining a crowd, joining a mob for the purpose of harassing and causing damage and harm to an individual, you could possibly be going to jail.
So think before you press send. Thank you. Yaya Cohen, who's from the Internet Law Centre. Very passionate and rightly so.